Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down. Howell back to pass. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Give up the middle to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 29 yards. And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 24. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to Walker on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Clock now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Locke off of play action. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Straight ahead, Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have moved out in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Locke. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Switch. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 1st down, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 52, Mike 52. Record. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Kill.
Throwing now is Locke. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Don't be scared of it. Take four. Shift.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Locke gonna throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Myers' kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. First down, Hal to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. on first down. Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Howell. They'll roll him out right. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down, Howell now. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Slide for the PAT. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 75 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On second down, a run with Gibson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. throwing on first down here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw it is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
We got 4. Mike 52.
On play action, Locke. Walker with a grab, left side. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Check it out.
Clock now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A give for Walker running right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
52's the mic right here.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
55's mark, guys, 55. Hey, we gotta get this done.
Now Locke on the bootleg. That's complete right around the 8. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Gibson again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Third and long. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Under 10. 10. Hey, Mike 52.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 4-7's a mic. 4-7's a mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Looking to throw. Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Let him know. Switch. Check. Lucky.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. shotgun snap to Locke. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Howe will throw it. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
A toss left side for Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2nd and 11. Faking the handoff. Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Moore. He will return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Switch gears. Shoot. Alert 3.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
I'm going to come back to you.
Off the play fake. Lock rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From midfield, here's Locke. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 8.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 55 mark, guys. 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Locke looks to throw it again. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Locke. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made by Chase Young.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Locke. He completes this to Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Walker. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
56 to Mark, boy, 56. Check 56. Just scared.